All right, we're talking Pittston area, cross country over on the ladies' side. Joe Struckus is with us. Let's talk a little bit about this girl squad this year and a pretty darn good start here in September.
Yeah, it's been a great start. We kind of noticed in June when we started coming together that we had a bunch of pieces that were going to fit into a squad. I mean, I have 5 seniors. They've been here since freshman year. So again, that helped build our leadership, taking our 2 freshmen under their wing and helping them out. And we have 5 juniors that are also very experienced. So all of that equals what we've been doing. We're out to a 10-0 start, which is probably one of our best starts in school history. And we still have 2 more meets left. So it's been an excellent start for us.
Let's talk about the health of your team, trying to keep kids healthy. People don't realize the stresses, when you're running and you're putting those miles
right.
in.
There's a lot of stress on their bodies, and there's a lot of today you can't do this, today you're going to be able to do that. Every day at practice we're asking, what are we at, who can do this, who can do that thing. It is a lot of stress on their bodies, especially since we started a little bit earlier this year because of what we knew we had. So again, we're adding that into an effect. Who could sprint, who can't, who's having a lot of stress that day in school, that plays a factor into it. Who's fighting with their parents at home. There's always something going on when we get to practice, and that kind of adds into what we're doing. But yeah, a lot of stress on their bodies.
Well, managing it all. The track and field kids usually are cross-country kids. There's probably other activities they could be involved in, maybe in winter sports or multiple sports at one time. So talk about, you trying to be a good listener and, an ambassador. Like, okay, we got to kind of figure this out.
Yeah, we have a lot of multi-sport kids on our team. We have kids that are swimming, and swimming just started, so they're going after practice to swim. Bella DeSoya, my number 1 runner, she plays soccer at the same time. So there's a lot of sharing of where she's going to be and what she's going to do. And it's all about communication with all of them and this, that, and what they're going to do that day. And sometimes things slip through the cracks. But again, my girls, I don't know how they handle, some of them are in clubs after school. Some of them are, Olivia Scalise is probably a moderator in about 5 different clubs. So it's is she going to be here on time? She's one of the captains. It's a balancing act for the girls, and I'm impressed at how they do it because they get to practice on time and they put in their effort, and then they're going somewhere else. So it's
with all the things going on in the world, I think one thing that I've seen over the years in Pittston area is, proud to be a Patriot. There's a lot of, enthusiasm in the school. Kids staying busy is good for them. It's good for the school. It's good for the community.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot going on between what our cross-country kids are doing and how our football players are been performing out there on the field and getting involved in the community. Our both soccer programs are really big in the community. A lot of stuff they're proud to be a Patriot, and they take that to heart, and they go out there and they put everything on the line for the school. They go out there and they work hard. They want to represent our school in a positive manner, and that comes from our upper administration all the way down, and it's a really proud moment out there at the school.
And it's a unique situation. Obviously, cross country, you're not running on those beautiful grass fields that you guys have, but I just love the shot in the arm that's hey, we're still old school here, and somebody or some people are taking care of these fields, and they're looking as sharp as they do. That's got to mean something to the kids. That when you talk to those baseball kids, the soccer kids, the softball kids, they're all grateful.
Yeah, we get comments about our fields all the time about how great they're maintained, and that goes to our maintenance staff. The maintenance staff takes a lot of pride in what they're doing, and they want the fields the best for our kids. And that's what you see out there. They're out there constantly cutting, lining, making sure everything is ready to go. If there's something on the field, they're letting us know. They're keeping it maintained, and our kids appreciate that. And that's how you build programs. The kids are seeing that people are there in the community. They want them to do well, and they're giving them everything they need. And it's a big step in our school.
This crew of girls, let's talk about it. Is it hey, number 1's way out there? Are they clustered a little bit when they're running? Are they pushing each other as time has gone on here?
It's an interesting group because I have Bella DeSoy, who's a 2-time state. She's been to states twice. She's our number 1. She's out in front, not by a lot, because we have Olivia Scalise, who's our number 2. And she's also qualified for states for 2 years, so they know how to get there. They're pretty close to each other, maybe 30 seconds apart, 50 seconds apart here and there. And then I have a cluster in the back of my 2, 3, and 4, my 3, 4, and 5, where Michaela Walsh, who's our freshman, she's been our 3. She's been taking, command, getting closer to Liv, and then now Leah Drzezinski has stepped up, and she's my number 4, and they're really close together, and that's what helps get you wins. The other day we went against 3 squads and we didn't have Bella. So those girls had to really step up, and they did. And we took away 3 victories while Bella was on the soccer field playing for our school against Hazleton. So.
Let's talk about how the season goes and what we're going to look at, basically when October comes. What are we going to be looking at here for this Pittston area team?
Well, October is going to be pretty busy. We're in our bye week now, and then next week we have a meet on Wednesday, and then we're going to the Paul Short race for down at Lehigh University for the first time in a long time for some of these girls. And then we have our big meet with, we got Crestwood and Hazleton right at the end of the season, and they're going to be strolling in. Hazleton's going to have 1 loss, and Crestwood's definitely going to be undefeated. And we marked it on our calendars at the beginning of the year where this is where it's going to come down to. And then we get to face them again at the coaches meet the next week, and then again at district. So again, it's gearing toward that October finish where we have to really be on our game and making sure everyone's ready and healthy.
Peaking at the right time, very important.
Yes.
Coach, we wish you all the best. Good to catch up with you.
Thanks for having us, John. Have a good one.